I come by to I come ready to go to war with this trauma. I put on my war gear. I come to go to war with this trauma. I want to help you heal the root of the trauma. I shared a video maybe a couple weeks ago, and the number one question the young lady was talking about healing the root of the trauma. And in this video, she shared her experience. And the number one question that stood out for me in the comment section was, how? How? How do you heal the root of the trauma? How? So I said, you know what? Let me get some research. Let me do some research because I want to give the people some answers. I want to help people heal the root of the trauma. It's a lot. I'm, I'm not going to even lie to you. It's a lot. Nevertheless, it's necessary. And how I know I'm supposed to be talking about this morning as I'm reading my devotional, it said you can't win the war against trauma on your own. I think a lot of times we're trying to win the war against trauma on our own. And it says that let your humility lead you to healing. I said, I cannot make this up. I'm supposed to talk about this, and I'm going to talk about this. Healing the root of trauma is a deep and complex process, okay, that requires a combination of emotional and psychological and sometimes physical work. Here are some steps that can guide the healing process. So I'm going to give you some steps to guide the healing process, healing the root of the trauma. This is the purpose of this video. This is the purpose of this live. Healing the root of the trauma. Facebook, can y'all let me know if y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because my sound was low last Saturday. I want to make sure y'all hear this because there's some stuff that need to be heard. Michelle, let me know if you can hear me. They on vacation. I see you vacationing. I see you. I'm jealous, low key. So let me get into it. Okay, so healing the root of the trauma is deep and complex process that requires a combination of emotional and psychological and sometimes physical work. Here are the key steps that can guide the healing process. So first, we got to acknowledge and accept the trauma. Acknowledge and accept it, okay? The first step in healing is acknowledging the trauma. Avoiding it or suppressing it can make it persist, okay? Recognizing the emotional and psychological impact it has had on your life is crucial. Accept your feelings. It's important to accept your emotions, even if they're painful, such as anger, sadness, fear, or grief. These feelings are valid responses to what has happened. So those are valid responses. If you're angry, if you're sad, those are valid responses to what has happened to you. Okay? Accept your feelings. It's important to accept your emotions, even if it's painful. Okay? You want to create a safe space. Physical and emotional safety, excuse me, physical and emotional safety trauma often makes people feel unsafe. Finding a space or creating an environment where we feel safe is essential for healing. Okay, this could mean setting boundaries in relationships, finding a therapist, or creating a physical space that brings you peace. Next, you want to have a supportive system. Okay, surround yourself with people who are trustworthy, compassionate, and supportive. A strong support network can help you feel safe enough to process difficult emotions. It's hard to process difficult emotions when you're not in a safe space. When people say safe space, that's what that means. It's hard to process those emotions when you're not in a safe space. Okay? You want to seek professional help. Therapy, trauma often need to be processed with the help of a professional, such as a therapist or a counselor. So many times, hello on YouTube, so many times we're trying to do this by ourselves. We need to seek professional help. Healing the root of the trauma. I'm giving you tips and tools and techniques to help you heal the root of the trauma. So, seeking professional help, such as a therapist or a counselor. Different therapeutic approaches can help. So, I'm going to give you some names. Hello, Emily. I'm going to give you some names of these different types of therapeutic approaches. So, there's trauma focused cognitive behavioral therapy, that's CBT. It helps to change the negative thought patterns related to the trauma. Okay. Then you have eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. That's EMDR. It's a technique designed to help reprocess the traumatic memories. So these are terms that if you go to a therapist or a counselor, they're going to probably do these techniques with you. So today I'm talking about healing the root of the trauma. I want to give you tools and techniques to help you heal the root of the trauma, because we all have experienced some trauma throughout our lives, okay? Whether we're aware of it or not, okay? So then we have the somatic experience. Focus on releasing. So the somatic experience focus on releasing the trauma stored in the body and the nervous system. Psychoeducation. Learning about trauma affects the brain and the body can empower you to understand your responses and triggers. So once we understand that, then we know our triggers, and we understand how to respond to them or not to respond to them. Because a lot of times when you get triggered, it's reminding you of that experience. That's what a trigger is. And sometimes you might not remember, but your body remembers, because the body keeps score. The body always remembers. It never forgets. Okay. So where was I? Process the trauma. You want to revisit the pain in a safe way. I know this may sound crazy. You want to revisit the pain in a safe way. It's important to gently revisit the traumatic event, but this must be done in a way that does not re-traumatize. Okay? That's why you gotta seek a therapist. Don't try to do this stuff on your own. With the guidance of a therapist, you can explore the event and process the emotions connected to it. Okay. Then we have address the triggers. Sometimes we avoid the triggers because we don't know how to navigate through them. We don't know how to process them. We don't like that feeling. We start feeling angry or irritated, or we want to fight or yell or whatever that trigger, whatever happens inside your body whenever you're triggered. All right, you know what that is. You want to identify and explore the things that trigger traumatic memories or emotions. Working with these triggers can help desensitize them over time, reducing their impact. That's why you got to work through it, because they're gonna keep coming up. They're gonna keep coming up. Work with the body, okay? Release trauma stored in the body. Trauma can manifest in the body through tension, pain, fatigue. Practices like Tai Chi, breath work, and other body based therapies can help release stored trauma. Exercise and movement, engaging in physical activities such as walking, running, or dancing helps to regulate the nervous system and release pent up energy associated with the trauma. Okay. Next, we have developed the mindfulness and grounding techniques. So, mindfulness practices. Trauma can cause us to disconnect from the present moment, leading to anxiety and disassociation. Practicing mindfulness can help you stay grounded and present in the here and now rather than reliving the past trauma. Grounding techniques, like such as deep breathing, focusing on sensory experience such as sounds, textures, smells, or using physical objects like a stress ball help you anchor you in the present during moments of distress. So if you know you're getting triggered, if you know you're going to have a conversation where you may be triggered, you may want to get you a stress ball. And every time you feel stressed, you squeeze that ball, okay? And then we have reframe the negative beliefs. Challenge negative core beliefs. Trauma can distort the beliefs such as I'm not safe, I'm not worthy, I'm powerless. Identifying and challenging these beliefs is key to healing. Cognitive restructuring. Replace negative beliefs with more balanced, empowering ones. A therapist can help guide you through the exercise to change these harmful beliefs. Okay. Let me see. I want to address this question. I have no support. I was taught to go in your house and stay in your house, so I stored it up and it's destroying me. Yeah. So a lot of times, I want to stop right here. Where am I? Okay. A lot of times we're taught to what happens in this house stays in this house, and we just suppress and suppress and suppress, and that leads to depression. So we have to find those. We got to get the support. There's support. We have to find those people. We got to seek them. There's help out here. Whether that's, do you have a safe friend? Can you get a counselor? Can you get a therapist? Maybe can you get a coach? There are coaches that can help also. We gotta seek that stuff, because what happens is we gotta reframe those negative beliefs. Nobody won't help me. I can't ask for help. I ain't supposed to talk about this. We gotta unlearn that. That's what keeps us stuck. That's exactly what keeps us stuck, thinking that we can't overcome that. That this is how it's supposed to be. That just is who we are. We're not, you're not what happened to you. You're not what happened to you. You can use that, you can use that pain for your purpose. That's what I did. I went through those situations. I experienced trauma too, but I learned from it and I grew from it. It helped me. I had to reframe that. Looked at that. That's the only way it's gonna change. It gotta start here. Well, we gotta talk about it. We gotta get it out. You gotta talk about it to a safe person in a safe space, and work these techniques. And you can't do it by yourself. I was just sharing my devotion this morning. I was like, I know I'm supposed to talk about this because as I'm reading my devotion, it said, you can't win the war against trauma on your own. I said, oh my God, I'm supposed to be talking about this. And I know that. You can't win the war against trauma on your own. Let humility lead to your healing because that's pride. That's ego. I can do it by myself. I don't need nobody. That's pride and ego. Humble. I need help. I'm going to find the help that I need. I ain't going to stop till I get it. Okay? Oh, Holy Spirit just took that over. Let me get back on course. So good, so good, so good. I want to help y'all. I want to help y'all because we will continue to be stuck if we don't have this information. If we don't seek the help that we need, we'll continue to stay stuck. We continue to stay stagnant. God has so much for us. And our just like my phrase of the day this morning, our I can't even think about what I said. But our thoughts create our reality. It's what we're telling ourselves, right? Okay, so let me get back on course, y'all. Oh, it's so good. So, okay. Cognitive restructuring. Replace those negative beliefs with more balanced, empowering ones. A therapist can guide you through an exercises to change these harmful beliefs. That's why you need help. You need help, okay? Build resilience through self-care. Self-care practices, regular self-care activities such as journaling, spending time in nature, meditating, and engaging in hobbies can restore a sense of normalcy and stability. You want to nurture yourself. You want to treat yourself with compassion and kindness and patience. This stuff, it takes work. It takes time. It's not an overnight process. It's just not. So give yourself time. Have compassion for you. We have compassion for everybody else. We got patience for everybody else. When it comes to us, we think we're supposed to, and that's not reality. What else? Ooh, it's just so good. Okay. Connect to meaning and purpose. Find meaning. Part of healing can involve making sense of the trauma or finding some form of meaning in it, which can help transform the pain into something manageable. This might involve helping others, creative expression, engaging in spiritual practices. Focus on growth. Post-traumatic growth is the idea that individuals can emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient after working through the trauma. The trauma is going to make you stronger and more resilient. I promise you it is. You got to look at it differently, right? You must look at it differently. You must get that help, all right? Okay, where was I? Okay. And then you want to focus on growth. Post-traumatic growth is the idea that individuals can emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient after working through the trauma. By focusing on the lessons learned, okay, personal growth can find empowerment in the healing journey. Child, that pain didn't take me out. It took me up. The pain didn't take me out. It didn't. The heartbreak didn't take me out. The stuff is not going to take you out. It's going to take you up. But you got to be willing to surrender to the help, surrender to the healing, surrender to asking people, can you help me? I need some help. I can't do this by myself. Because just like my devotion said, you can't win the war against trauma on your own. Stop trying to do this stuff by yourself, because if you could do it by yourself, you would have already done it. Okay? There we go. So then we go to establish new patterns. You got to establish new patterns. Rebuild trust. Trauma can erode trust in others, in the world, and even in oneself. Gradually work on rebuilding the trust by forming healthy relationships and setting boundaries. Developing healthy coping mechanisms. Replace maladaptive coping strategies such as avoidance or substance abuse with healthier ones like engaging in creative outlets, talking to a trusted friend, or practicing relaxation techniques. Okay? The importance of healing the root of the trauma. Let me get to the meat and potatoes. The importance of healing the root of trauma. Break the cycle. Unresolved trauma often perpetuates cycles of pain and dysfunction. Healing the root helps break those cycles, allowing for healthier relationships and life choices. This is why it's imperative to heal the root of the trauma. If not, we'll continue to stay in those toxic, dysfunctional relationships. Okay? Nothing changes until we change. We're picking these people. You can call the people narcissists. You can call them all. You can call them every name in the book, but God, but healed. It doesn't negate the fact that you got to do your work, because when you do your work, you will choose better. When you get better, you choose better. It gets better when you get better. Okay. Restore empowerment. Trauma can make individuals feel powerless and stuck. Healing restores a sense of agency and control over one's life. Emotional freedom. Addressing the root causes for the release of trapped emotions, leading to emotional freedom and reduced suffering. Better relationships. Healing trauma helps improve relationships by reducing the patterns of reactivity and fear that may have stemmed from the trauma. Healing trauma is a gradual process. It's important to be patient with yourself. I'm going to say that down. I'm going to say it again and slow it down. Healing trauma is a gradual process, and it's important to be patient with yourself. Everyone's path to healing is different. It's okay to seek support. It's okay to seek the support you need along the way. I'm going to say that again. Everyone's path to healing is different. And it's okay to seek support, to seek the support that you need along the way. You have to seek what you need, because you are your own rescue. Nobody's going to come in to save and rescue you. You got to seek what you need. I just want to just let that just marinate. You got to seek what you need. And I'm going to give you some, I'm about to give you some scriptures to go along with it, because I don't want to just give you a bunch of words. I want to give you, and because it's help, the help is in the book. The help is in the book. Okay, at the end of the day, the help is in the book. Pick your book up. There's plenty of help in it. It's plenty of help in here, all right? So here are some barriers to healing. So barriers are things that could block the healing. Following your heart. The heart is deceitful and cannot be trusted. Okay, Proverbs 4:23. Another barrier, impatience. James 1:4. Another one that blocks it, environments. Matthew 13:19-23. Then we have perspective. That's Ephesians 3:20. And then we have people pleasing. These are all things that block, these are barriers that block the healing. Okay? I want to give you 3 types of wounds of people pleasing. We got the secret wounds. We got the silent wounds. That's the unaddressed offenses. And then you have the stack wounds. Stuff happens over and over again. You ain't saying nothing. It just keep happening. Okay? Keys to being healed. Healing requires participation. Okay? Healing requires your participation. Healing initiates, often, sometimes separates. So here's the thing about healing. It can get really lonely. Healing can be a really lonely journey. And some people might not like that. You ain't got to like it. Healing, it often initiates separation. Okay? Then we have healing changes your destination, because it does. Had I not worked through that stuff, I would not be here doing this at all. Okay? When you get here, when you get there, don't go back to the hurt. Don't go back where you got hurt. When you get out of there, don't go back there. A lot of times we do that. How to stay healed. How to stay healed. Y'all ready for this? Put your seatbelts on. How to stay healed. Extract. Don't erase. When we come out of the difficult seasons, we want to block it out like it didn't happen. Don't waste the pain. Go back and extract what you learned. Don't waste that pain. I talk about it all the time. I'm talking about it because I'm extracting the lessons, sharing it with other people so it won't be their lesson. Okay? That's why I share so much, because I care so much. Then we have number 2. You have to boost your immune system. Okay, you gotta boost your immune system. You must identify the virus in order to boost your immune system. Sometimes you can't identify the virus because we keep romanticizing our past. Sometimes we can't identify the virus because we keep romanticizing the past. So and so did this to me, and so did that to me, and you won't believe this. And we keep romanticizing the past. Anyway, identify the virus. Then you got to be able to follow the prescription. Your prescription is in the Bible. Okay, it's in the book. There's a prescription for everything in your life in the Bible. All right? Adopt and conform to God's perspectives. That's 1 Peter 2 and 9. 2 and 9, 2 and 9. Second chapter, 9th verse. Don't look back for closure. It's overrated. Stop seeking closure. Stop seeking vengeance and vindication. You don't need that to move on. You don't, okay? Don't get comfortable. 1 Peter 5, 5th chapter, 8th verse. Don't get comfortable. I pray that God mends the broken pieces, and I pray that you get healed and stay healed. That's my prayer for you. And I want to give you some perspective shifts, because these are some things that you probably have experienced. And when you experience these things, they will keep you stuck as long as you keep looking at them from a different lens. So let me just break this down. You did this to me. For example, you did this to me. You did this to me. Here's a perspective shift. You did this for me. You did this for me, placing me in a situation where I can now thrive. So I can look at that person. Yo, you did this for me. I'm in a position to thrive. I'm a whole speaker now. I'm a whole coach now. I'm a whole author now. See, I use that pain. I turn that pain to profit. So get something from that pain. If you're going to go through that pain, you better get something out of that pain. Shift that perspective. You broke my heart. This is what we love to say. You broke my heart. Here's a perspective shift. You didn't break my heart. God broke your grip off of me. You didn't break my heart. God broke your grip. Oh, that's so good. And this came from Therapy Thursday. I said, all this stuff I'm hearing, I'm supposed to hear it. Okay? Here's another one. I didn't deserve that. Here's a perspective shift. I was developed by that. If I see the thing that destroyed me as development, I take my power back. Oh, that's so good. If I see the thing that destroyed me as development, if you see that thing that destroyed you as development, you take your power back. Oh my God, that's so good. Last but not least, I have so many problems. Oh my God, I got so many problems. Here's a perspective shift. I got so many employees. All of these things are working together for my good. All these things are working together for my good. That betrayal, that lie, all of that stuff has worked for my good. We got to change our perspective. When you change your perspective, you change your entire life. Because sometimes these words that we're saying keep us stuck. We're romanticizing the pain, romanticizing the past, romanticizing who left us, romanticizing who hurt us, romanticizing who rejected us. And we don't even realize that stuff was protecting us. You didn't break my heart. God broke that grip. And we want to go back. No, God, let me go get that man back. Let me go get that woman back because I love them. They love me. No. That's why you're going through the hell now. It's over. Let it be over. Move on in peace. Heal the root of the trauma. Because if not, you keep attracting that. You keep repeating those cycles. You will. Because tell me, ask me how I know. Did it, done it, got the tattoo. Did it, done it, got the tattoo. You got to get healed. You got to heal the root of the problem. My pain is my strength. It's okay to seek support when you seek help, and the help cut you harder than the pain that you carried. It wasn't it wasn't for prayer and discernment, I would have been, it would have took me out in the world. My pain came from my husband and his family. And on top of his mother, I didn't even know, let me treat me that way and preach his daughters. And I said, how would I allow this grace? I was out of my mind, and God broke the patterns. Yes, God broke the grip. I was saying, God, use this. God, use me. God said, I use you, and I put you through all that I use you. Yeah, look at here. Get some of that pain. Get something out of that. I'm trying to tell you, I got something out of the pain. That pain, looks at him. The person I am today, I've never thought in a million years I would be. And it is because of the pain. It was because of the broken heart. It was because of the rejection. It was because of the betrayal. I use that. You can use that, or you can let it use you. You got choices. Healing the root of the trauma is imperative. It is imperative because it's a complex, healing the root of the trauma is deep and complex process that requires a combination of emotional, psychological, and sometimes physical work. Okay? When you get out, stay out. When you get out, stay out. Yes, that pain introduced me. That's right, Michelle. That pain introduced me to my authentic self. I didn't know who I was. I was in relationships with people becoming who they wanted me to be because I didn't know I was me. And God, he didn't break my heart. He broke their grip. Those people had grips on me. Like, I was like, what you want me to do? Who you want me to be? I mean, I was just low. I was low. I was settling. And God was like, girl, no, you are a queen. You are a queen. You're not, no, this is not what you're going to do. And every time he was plucking them people out. And my brokenness kept attracting that. That's why you got to heal it. And you can't do it by yourself. Stop trying to do things by yourself. And we no longer blaming anybody. I don't call names. There's no need to call a name. Okay? There's no need to call the name. There's no need to talk about what they did. Because, baby, they helped me. I want to thank them. I want to thank you for the betrayal. I want to thank you for the rejection. I want to thank you for the heartbreak. Because I found me. I found me. Every loss ain't no loss. Every loss ain't no loss. That's my broken English. Every loss ain't no loss. Because if you find you in the midst of all of that, oh, it's a win. All I do is win. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. That's all I do. If I'm going through a painful situation, if I'm going through something it's just, oh my God, I'm like, what? I can't wait to see on the other side. What is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to show me? Because when I learn it, I get to go back and help somebody else. That's what it's about. The things that we go through are not just for us to keep to ourselves. I get to tell my story from on top of the story, not inside of the story. And when I first started telling my story, I would be so emotional. I was still in pain. I was still healing. But I didn't let it take my voice. It took my voice a long time ago. So I get to open my mouth and speak, and people get transformed. People get free. I get to help people just by speaking and sharing my soul. This is my soul message. That heartbreak didn't break me. It built me. That heartbreak ain't break. That heartbreak don't get to break you. Okay? He didn't break your heart. He broke their grip. I just want to keep saying that because we'll let the heartbreak take us out. Because we think that this is who we're supposed to be. He knows best. Better than what we know. The heartbreak didn't break me. It broke the grip off of me. Because people be having grips on us. We don't know who we are. We're walking around like zombies. And people be like, I can't believe you dating that person. I can't believe you attracted that person. Because I didn't know I was me. I didn't know I was me. And I couldn't explain that then because I was in a tunnel. I didn't know I was me. I just didn't want to be alone. So in my need not to be alone, I would accept anybody. I would settle. I would put up with stuff that I shouldn't put up with because I didn't want to be alone. I had to heal that rejection wound, that abandonment wound. I had to heal that because I kept attracting that. I would be in relationships even if I didn't want to. I would stay in a relationship knowing that it was over, knowing that I shouldn't be there. But that brokenness in me thought if I could fix them, I could fix me. So many times we get into relationships with people and we're like, I don't know why I keep attracting this type of person. Maybe you're attracting that type of person because you think if you heal them, it'll heal the thing in you. That's what I was doing unconsciously. This healing is important and it's imperative for your life. That's how important it is. Healing the root of the trauma. And it's a process. It's not an overnight thing. It's a process. Nevertheless, it can be done. Seek support. Create a safe space. Process the trauma. Work with the body. The body knows. That's why you be triggered. It's something there. And guess what? Until you work through that, until you dig that thing up, till you touch that thing, it's going to keep coming. It's going to keep coming. It's not going to stop. It's up to you. It's up to you. Seek the support, seek the help that you need. It is up to you. Nobody's going to rescue you. Don't sit and think that somebody's going to rescue you because the people that hurt you are not coming to save you. You might as well get up. Get up out your bed, right? You know, the man was at the pool of Bethesda. He said, nobody won't take me to the pool. He been there, I don't know, like 30-some years. Nobody won't take me to the pool. You got to get up. You got to get some help. Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me? We got to seek the help. Stop complaining about being stuck and you ain't gonna do nothing to get yourself unstuck. That's all. That's all. I wanted to talk about this because it kept showing up. People kept wanting to know how to heal the root of trauma. How to heal the root of trauma. You gotta seek the help that you need. It's several steps. It's several steps, but it all starts with you opening your mouth. I need some help. I need some support. Where do I get that? Where do I find that? Open your mouth. Somebody can help you. Somebody can. But you got to ask for it. Can't nobody read your mind? I'm complete. I stopped by to share this information with y'all because people wanted to know how. I just gave you the how. Now you got to be able to take what you need, implement that stuff. All right? It all starts with us. It all starts with us. You can't win the war. I want to just end on this right here. You can't win the war against trauma on your own. Let humility lead you. God, send me someone that can help me. Reveal that person to me. I deserve to be healed. I deserve to be whole. I deserve to be complete. It all starts with us. It does. I'm complete. I hope y'all have an amazing Saturday. I know I gave you a lot. I want to help you. I'd rather hurt your feelings than see you hurt your life. I want to help you. I want to help you heal. I want to help you get healed, stay healed. I want to be the example because this was me too. I was stuck. I was hurt. I was angry. I was bitter for decades. Didn't even know it. I need some help. Where do I start? I have insurance to do start. Okay. So I would say you want to seek a therapist, right? So if you got trauma, you want to seek a trauma therapist, somebody who specializes in trauma, because they can work with those techniques that I shared. They can do the CBT, the EMDR. So I would say seek a therapist. You can go online. I think BetterHelp is one of the major ones they have online. So go on BetterHelp. Find you a therapist that's a good fit for you, because everybody's not a good fit for you. So you may have to, do some interviewing, right? Find one that's a good fit for you. Okay. We gotta start. Black people can have therapists. We gotta change that right there. Back in the day, I ain't crazy. No, you're not crazy, but you need to talk to somebody that can help you understand what's going on inside your head, so we can thrive, not just survive, not just stay stuck and stagnant. Thank you. I've been going through this for years. Yep. Look here, get some help. And y'all can even, if y'all want to do it together, y'all can get marriage counseling or therapy, however you want it, whatever you want to, you can get the help is out here. The help is out here. And let's not talk about, oh, it's so expensive. No, because I see people with all kind of weaves and wigs and and makeup and clothes and stuff. And you can, if you can afford that, you can afford a therapist. You can. We don't make excuses. We make adjustments. If it's for your health, if it's for your betterment, make that investment, because you are a good investment. Your life, your lineage needs that. The people, your kids, if you got kids, okay, they need to see you healed. They need to see you healthy. They need to see you whole, okay? It starts with us. It starts with us. Do it for them. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for them. Okay, I'm complete for real. Y'all have an amazing day. I thank you for your time and your attention and your comments, because you could have been anywhere doing anything. And I'm glad you are serious about your healing. I pray that you get the help that you need. And I pray that it's a good fit for you. And I pray that they're able to help you and not hurt you or further traumatize you. All right? Yes. Jesus and therapy. I like to say Jesus and therapy, because sometimes we do need somebody that can help us work through these things that are holding us back, right? That's why we get triggered. We're ready to fight people and cuss people out. We don't even understand why what's happening. So it's okay to have Jesus and therapists. Okay, read your Bible and talk to a therapist. There are therapists who are Christian therapists. Okay, so it's help out there. It is. Give the help that you need. You're welcome. Y'all have an amazing day. All right. And stay in peace. Stay in peace. Get the help that you need. Get healthy. Get whole. Start that healing journey. I believe you can do it. You got to believe you can do it. Okay. Till next time. Peace. Bye, Facebook. Bye, YouTube. As soon as I get the X, I'm going to